Are you sure, Wilbur?
Yes. Some villager will know where old Van Buren lived, and maybe even where we can find the book.
Shouldn't I come with you?
If your feet hurt as much as mine do, then I don't want to do that to you. I won't be gone long. Will you please look after Timmy?
Don't worry, he's sleeping. When you get back, there'll be hot sausages waiting for you.
I can hardly wait. Like a graveyard. It's hard to say how old the village is. Might have been here at the edge of the woods for hundreds of years. This is the only building in the village with a light on. Seems to be some kind of general store. Graveyards are pretty scary even under normal circumstances. But this one, oh, it's extra spooky. The church looks as if no one has been there in years. A ghost church. Not like a church for ghosts. A church for humans. Nothing to do with the spiritual world at all. You know. Hello? Anyone home?
Go away! You're not having my head!
I don't want your head. I just want a bit of information.
Begone, headless horseman! You won't fool me!
Hey, there's a headless horseman out here.
Oh, yeah, as if you didn't know that. He's hunting me. He wants my head so he can put it on his own shoulders.
Are you sure it wants your head? Or just anyone's head? I mean, what do you think he'd do if he saw a gnome with a fine big head?
Just go away, you fiend!
My name is Wilbur Weathervane. I'm a gnome, live in Seastone. I just want to ask you a few questions.
Oh, yeah, of course. A gnome from Seastone walks into the dark woods on his own and just wants to ask a few questions. Oh, yeah.
I am not alone. I'm with a living skeleton, a zombie, a robot, and a talking rat. There's really no reason to be worried.
Enough! Begone, demon!
Can we talk inside? Then we wouldn't have to shout.
Oh, now I get it. You're the devil. You can't enter my shop without me inviting you. No, there you go.
I'm not the devil. Promise.
Yeah, the devil's second best trick is making you believe he's not the devil.
That's ridiculous. I'm going to open the door now. Hello?
Die, monster!
Hey, you could have hit me.
Don't move!
Aren't you supposed to say, don't move first and then shoot?
Oh. No psychokinetic energy. You're not magic.
Thank you for reminding me.
Who are you? What do you want here?
As I said, my name is Weathervane, Wilbur Weathervane. I'm searching for information about a certain Van Buren. He must have lived there quite a while ago.
The sorcerer. Evil character. Oh, you shouldn't get involved with people like that.
He's not still alive, is he?
No, he's been dead for more than 30 years. I remember how the grown-ups marched up to the castle with pitchforks and torches. Really traditional-like. Well, in retrospect, if they hadn't killed him, we might not have been cursed.
The castle up on the mountain over there. That's where the sorcerer lived.
Yeah, that's where he lived. And that's where he died.
Then that's where I have to go.
Good luck. You'll never find the way through the mountains.
Fancy showing me?
You mean leave my shop? While the Headless Horseman is out there waiting for me? Oh, never. I'm the very last one who still lives in this village. Oh, some fled, but most... Oh, when I die, the village dies. Yeah, and what would my forefathers say about that, eh?
Excuse me, your name is?
Whale. Tim Whale.
And you own the shop?
Oh, yes, sir, yes. And I'm the mayor of this beautiful village. And the priest, the fireman, the landlord, the coachman and the smith. I also teach netball. Yes, I do.
Ooh, sounds like you're a busy man.
Has its perks. We usually reach a swift consensus in council meetings. Hey, maybe you'd like to move to Somberville. I can offer you the post of bailiff.
I'm not staying here for any longer than necessary.
The nameless terror lurking in the woods, right? I can't blame you, no.
Van Buren cursed you?
The whole village. Everyone knew he was doing unholy experiments in his castle. But in principle, we got on all right with each other. I mean, we'd never have stormed his castle if the paladins and the mages hadn't spurred us on. They said it was our duty to help them against evil.
They must have been the same as those who were fighting the cult of the Nameless One.
Whoever they were, they disappeared once the sorcerer was dead and left us to deal with the curse on our own.
The curse makes people disappear.
Not exactly. This has always been a special place, you know. I mean, for example, it's always night here and the moon is always full. The woods and the mountains confuse the senses, things like that. You could say the people in this region are used to quite a lot. But after the sorcerer was killed, oh, it was different.
The Headless Horseman?
Oh, not just him. Others too. Repulsive creatures. They come from the woods and hunt us. One after the other was snatched and dragged into the woods. I'm the only one left.
Thanks for your help. We'll be leaving for the castle early tomorrow.
There is, of course, a problem.
What? Knowing when tomorrow is?
No. I'm talking more about the hidden ravines, razor-sharp rocks, wobbly cliff ledges and secret paths. Easy. You can't reach the castle if you don't know the way.
Ah, I know how this works. I have to reach the castle on a matter of utmost urgency, and you're the only one that can help. And you just happen to have a problem with the Headless Horseman. But you know what? Not this time. Because if I let myself be distracted from my actual task, something bad will happen to one of my friends. I have a clear goal, and I grew up in the mountains. I'll find the way without any help. Good day. Good night. Impressive armour. Only the shoulders appear a little impractical.
The shoulders give you armour plus 22 and agility plus 9.
Why would ridiculous shoulder plates improve agility? Wouldn't they actually restrict movement?
Well, that would be unfair. Warriors already have very low agility to start with. Lower than rogues, for example.
Ah, but can't warriors also be rogues too? I mean, if a warrior, for instance, fights unfairly or cheats at dice.
A warrior who's also a rogue? Well, how's that supposed to work? How would I know if I'm allowed to sell him the plate armour or not? Rogues are only allowed to wear leather armour. And perhaps a coat of mail. Just like hunters.
Ah, right, I get it. To prevent the armour from squeaking and frightening away animals. A crossbow is a devastatingly effective weapon. At least it is, if you manage to hit something.
Hey, I just sell the weapons. I don't know how to use them.
I don't think the shop is doing well. Sure, a motley selection of armour, weaponry, food and magic posters always tends to work. But if the shop is stuck out in the middle of nowhere and no one is sending heroes to the area, then who is going to buy all this stuff? That must be from something like a wild boar sheep cow. Maybe Mr. Whale would be a bit less scared if he didn't surround himself with such creepy things. Now that I'm not a mage anymore, perhaps I should try to become a powerful warrior. I think I'd look quite good in some armour like that. What's this here? Metal underwear?
That's a heavy warrior set, level 90.
Hey, what?
It's the same as the one next to it, but this one's for female warriors.
This one here, and that. And you want to tell me that these suits of armour are on a par with each other?
Yep. Heavy plate armour offers ideal protection from all kinds of weapons.
But it's covered in holes, completely see-through. One sword thrust through the torso and...
I've been selling armour for 20 years, and my father before me, and my grandfather before him. Are you trying to tell me you know more about heavy plate armour than I do?
No, of course not. The fire gives out warmth and light. The people here in the dark woods must pay a fortune for wood. That is really the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The armour covers so little, let's be honest, just the bare necessities. Doesn't look comfortable, and a warrioress would freeze if she ever wore it to the Northlands. That over there, that's a magic circle on the ground, isn't it?
Do you know anything about dispelling ghosts?
A bit. Doesn't the ghost have to be in the magic circle, rather than the person who is trying to cast the spell on the ghost?
If you can trap ghosts in a thing like this, then surely you can lock them out too. The circle is my last line of defence in case the salt in front of the windows and doors doesn't stand firm. Yeah.
The beings from the woods, are they ghosts then?
Oh, well, there are all kinds of things living there. Why not ghosts too? Better safe than sorry.
You can see that he's been living in fear for a long time. Poor guy. However, if he doesn't want to help me, I'm not going to try and convince him. I'm sure we'll find a way through the mountains, with or without him. I guess the barrel is full of some kind of acid or holy water, or something else that the mayor thinks will protect him from intruders. I've never seen so many locks, chains and magic spells on a single door. And the crossbow bolts indicate that a very, very nervous person lives here. I'm sure that Mr. Mayor won't object to me borrowing one of these boats. Hey, let's face it, he does seem to be firing them all over the place. Whoa! Does the weather always change so fast here?
The Headless Horseman! He's coming!
That's what you thought when I stood outside the door.
Look here! Psychokinetic energy is almost off the scale!
I'm a qualified mage, but what exactly is that?
Skipped a few classes, did you? The PKE shows whether ghosts, demons, evil powers are nearby. It is the Headless Horseman, I guarantee it.
Then I must go to my friends immediately.
Stop! Did you hear what I said? There's a headless horseman out there!
And my friends!
Stop! Stop! Don't move, or I'll shoot!
If you were a better shot, then I'd be worried. Hello?
It's him.
Who's there? Nate! Put that thing away! What happened? Where are the others? I don't understand. There was a knight with a sword? Okay, there was a knight and anything else? Monster? There was a knight and a monster? A dragon? Or a lion?
A werewolf?
A knight and a werewolf? What do they do? What happened to the others? Oh, I get it. Gulliver has lost his head. Phew.
One of your friends was beheaded and you're relieved?
Well, better Gulliver than one of the others, don't you think?
What?
What's up with Timmy? Esther, your mother, she panicked and ran away? Where to? Did she have Timmy with her? Towards the woods? Esther ran into the woods.
What? Then she's lost?
No, she's not. Come on, Nate, we're going to go see Gulliver. Then we'll find Timmy and your mother.
You can't go out there!
We'll let you know if we meet any headless horsemen. Ah!
Don't move!
Did someone call for a bounty hunter?
And just as our little friend was about to go out there, you came in.
All right. I'll go into the woods and polish off any headless horsemen, robber knights, and werewolves that cross my path.
There's a little rat and a zombie too.
No problem. If we can agree on a price, I'll take care of them too.
No! They're our friends. Do not kill the zombie and the rat.
That's fine too. I'll just keep an eye out for them, free of charge.
How are you going to do that? What's your plan?
Seek and destroy.
I only see two problems there then. First, the seeking, and second, the destroying.
He's right. The woods confuse the senses. They are devious and evil. The source of the evil is in the heart of the wood. There's a clearing there with an old tree in the middle. Under the tree is a cave. That's where they live. All of those who have brought so much suffering to our village.
Not for much longer.
I should come with you. Our chances of success are better with two of us out there.
The last time I worked in a team, I got a wooden plank to the head.
Then you had the wrong partners. I had great partners. Ivo, Captain...
I work alone. Have the ball ready. It won't take long.
Very self-confident, like all the others.
The others?
Do you think he's the first one to try to solve the mystery of the evil in the woods? Oh, I've stopped counting. Some may have found it, but none of them returned.
on, Nate. We shouldn't rely on the bounty hunter to find our friends. Back to camp. Be careful.
Take it easy, Boddy. I'm here. Be good and sit down by the fire. By the fire, not in the fire.
What happened? Nate said something about a knight and a werewolf.
It was terrible. I'd nodded off and suddenly I heard my cream bun scream. I jumped up, ready to protect her. Then there was a flash of lightning which illuminated the gleaming figure of a knight, a paladin to be precise.
And then?
My honey blossom was out of her mind with fear. She ran into the woods, away from the paladin. I was going to run after her, but when the lightning struck again, there was a werewolf standing there. Nate screamed, Esther screamed. I tripped and lost my head. I called to Nate to run and get help from the village. The werewolf came towards me and I was certain I was done for. My body tried to defend me, but he had orientation problems. But then the lightning struck again, very close by. The wolf was startled and ran after the others into the woods.
The mayor talked about the heart of the wood. He's pretty certain that's the source of the evil.
But why do you think Esther and Timmy have ended up there of all places?
I don't know. Just a feeling. People have been disappearing here for centuries. I think they were lured into the woods or, like Esther, driven. If we want to get them both back, we'll have to uncover the secret of the wood. The sorcerer Van Buren spent his last years in that castle. Pretty sure the book we're looking for will be somewhere there.
I'm not interested in the book. I want my sweetie pie back.
If we defeat the evil in the woods, we'll get Esther back and the mayor will show us a safe way through the mountains.
Well then, let's go.
Right, I'm going to go and look for the two of them. You hold the fort here.
I'm not staying here. I'm going to help.
That's exactly what you are doing by letting Nate repair you and being my advisor. And maybe you two could make things to help me along the way. You're both much more skilled than I am.
But my wife is out there.
And your son is here. Do you want to leave him here alone? Or take him out into the evil woods?
But... all right. Bring back my cherry blossom and just say the word and I'll be at your side.
I know. I'd better start by searching for clues and information. I need to know what I'm dealing with. It's easy to see that Gulliver would like nothing better than to run into the woods after Esther. The only thing stopping him is that he can't leave Nate by himself. Thank goodness. Otherwise, I'd have another name on the rescue list. I think Nate has been putting a few more logs on the fire since the attack. And it still doesn't radiate a real sense of security. The little fellow is hanging on in there. I'm sure he's trying to work out a way to help me. If you could look into that head of his, I'm sure you'd see little cogs whirring around like crazy. This would be a perfect place to grill a sausage. Not as hot as an open fire, but still hot enough. We walked all the way from Seastone, a good deal of the way off the paved roads and paths. We feared that Councillor Van Buren might be watching them. It was an arduous journey, but we were well supplied. Food, water, warm blankets. Esther organised everything. Esther looked after Timmy with such kindness. Ever since Remy's death, he has been quite changed. He was always so adventurous before. After we left Seastone, he spent most of the time tucked away in Esther's coat pocket. Even the slightest sound made him jump. And now, monsters and werewolves, oh, poor fellow. The wool blanket is old and has been darned several times. I'm sure it came from the rubbish heap under Seastone. Still, it'll keep you warm and won't go all kaflooey. We found everything just the way it is. A few stones laid out in a circle on a sandy area, no trees close by. A perfectly built campfire pit. Then again, What does it say about a village when travellers would rather stay outside the village than rent a room there? What's that in the sand there? Looks like a thick-walled stone goblet, just like dwarves use. Those things would be too heavy for me to travel any long distances with, but the dwarves say that the stone goblets are fashioned to remind them of home. I'm afraid the dwarf who carried this goblet out here into the wilderness can't complain about my taking it anymore. This goblet was filled with sand. Maybe I can use it for something sometime. A bit of fur. Could belong to the werewolf. He ran towards the woods and got a bit too close to these thorns. Footprints. I'm no expert, but I'd say that these are Esther's footprints. They lead towards the woods, which would tally with what Gulliver said. Traces of both the werewolf and of Esther, but none of the paladin. Shop has been nailed up. I'm sure that a few little wooden planks like that wouldn't stop a headless horseman or a werewolf. It seems the mayor isn't just the mayor. Fireman, priest, coachman and blacksmith. Looks like he's also forced into being his own washerwoman. Hopefully the mayor won't have any objection, as long as it helps me banish the evil from the woods. You can always use some string, as I'm sure I've mentioned on more than one occasion. It wouldn't be theft. I really need the string for, stuff. The washing line does, however, seem to be knotted to a hook on the house, which is much too high up for me. I wonder why he just doesn't move away. What's keeping him here? I mean, even if the headless horseman doesn't get him, sooner or later he's gonna die, and then the village is doomed, one way or another. Hello?
Oh, yes?
Looks like I'm going to be helping you after all.
How do you mean?
The curse? The woods? It looks like we have a common enemy.
Right, right. Give it a go. I mean, I have more confidence in the bounty hunter, but I've reached the point where I'll grasp at any old straw. I will.
Thanks. How motivating. This evil heart of the wood, what exactly is it? And where can I find it?
It's a clearing in the centre of the woods. There's an old dead tree standing in the middle of it. You'll recognise it when you see it.
But how am I going to find the clearing? The woods are pretty big.
And confusing. The heart of the wood doesn't want to be found. Yes, whatever it is that's sending these creatures after us, it lives in that clearing. Oh, I'm quite sure of that.
Do you think that it might be the ghost of the sorcerer Van Buren?
Perhaps. The elders did warn us. They said you should never mess with the sorcerer. They were scared and whispered of dreadful dangers. Oh, if only we'd listened to them. Oh, yeah.
Couldn't your device help me find the heart of the wood? Doesn't it detect ghosts and stuff?
I see. You're saying that nothing around here radiates more psychokinetic energy than the heart of the wood. You might be right. You should get yourself a PKE.
I was hoping you could give me yours.
My detector? Never! It's my PKE. It's never let me down.
But if you give it to me, I could find the heart of the wood and lift the curse.
Or you might be killed and lose it in the woods. It takes weeks to deliver such a masterpiece of occult technology.
That's exactly why I can't hang around here waiting for another device. I need yours.
Forget it. The PKE reliably shows when anything supernatural is creeping about. And I have to know that.
This is a traditional adventurers and heroes shop, right?
Oh, absolutely. It was founded by my grandfather. He used to be very busy round here. Oh, there were giant spiders in the woods. There was an old goblin mine a day trip to the south. In the heyday of hero tourism, we were even thinking of building a sewer system. We sell armour, weapons, elixirs, provisions, ice arrows, antidotes, anything you need. And you can pay with spider legs, goblin ears, and things like that.
And what do you do with those?
It's a trade secret. If you want to sell something, you can do it risk-free. I'll look after the object in case you want to buy it back later.
You what?
Oh, yeah. In case you change your mind later. Then you can buy back the same object for the same price. It's called the market economy.
I need something I can use to defend myself against a werewolf. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, we've never been attacked by a werewolf before, so we haven't got any special anti-werewolf weapons or the like. But as far as I know, any normal weapon made out of silver should do the job. What's your skill? Sword and shield? Twin daggers? Gun lance?
You mean you can fight with two daggers at the same time without mutilating yourself?
Oh, so you're a long-distance fighter. Oh. Bow, crossbow or slingshot? As amusing as it would be to use a slingshot against a werewolf, I'd pass on that. Bow or crossbow would be better. I've got a lovely composite bow +2 in stock, but it requires dexterity 15.
I think I might be able to handle something like that crossbow.
Yes, a light crossbow is easy to use and packs a real kick. Oh, any old fool can hit something with that.
A light crossbow like that, how much does it cost?
3 gold, 7 silver and 2 copper coins. Or I'll give you a quest.
Ooh, what's the quest?
Bring me 10 wolf skins.
You just made that up on the spot, didn't you?
No, it's very important.
Sounds like a pretty generic task without any real purpose to me.
You bring me 10 wolf skins and get a crossbow as a reward. What's the problem? I haven't got any silver bolts, though.
See you again sometime.
I hope so. I really do.
The moment I saw the spooky woods, I just knew I'd end up going in there sooner or later. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure Timmy and Esther will be even more afraid. Whew. So far, so good. The mayor said that the woods confuse the senses. I have to memorize the way back to the village. And I should try to stay quiet. There's a werewolf, a knight, and perhaps even a headless horseman running around out here. An axe! The wooden handle is all weathered and the iron head covered with a fine coat of rust. Must have been wedged in this tree a long time. Months, perhaps even years. The blade is still shiny and looks reasonably sharp. The tree has kept it from rusting. That's Timmy's scarf! It's torn. For a long time, people believed that eyes shining in the darkness belonged to dangerous animals that watch you. Turns out they're just glowing eyes without any body, hovering harmlessly in the air. Nothing to worry about. There are several branches broken here and here. Oh boy, a few bits of fur. They look exactly the same as those up by the campfire. The werewolf must be on Timmy's trail. I hope the little guy was long gone before it came by. There's something in the undergrowth here. Something big. Right then, I'll get ready for battle and...
Hello? Anyone there? Oh, hello, little man.
May I ask what you're doing here? You don't exactly look like a mushroom picker.
Phew, glad to hear it. I'm on my way to my fiancé's. He lives here in the dark woods in a magnificent castle. At least that's what he wrote. The thunderstorm took me by surprise, and then suddenly this wrinkly old woman was standing there in the middle of the path. She pointed a bony finger at me and gave me a toothless grin. I was distracted, and my horse threw me and vanished into the woods with all my things.
That sounds terrible.
It is! I'm meeting my fiancé, and I don't have a thing to wear.
I'm Wilbur. Have you by any chance seen a female zombie, a rat, a knight, a werewolf, or a headless horseman anywhere in the woods?
Oh, Lord. No, definitely not. Or more like, happily not.
Do you know the way to the castle? Could you maybe take me with you?
I don't know the way. Laddie wrote me saying I should find a guide in the village. The way through the mountains is very dangerous.
Vladdy, your fiancé?
The Count.
So, what's he like?
Oh, he's a darling. Very rich and very old. I can't wait to meet him in person.
So, you're engaged to him, but you've never met him?
Why hesitate and risk someone else snapping him away from me?
It's too dangerous here in the woods. Come on, I'll take you to the village.
Uh-huh. Which way?
This way. Or, wait a minute. No. This way. Or, bloody hell, just follow me.
As I already said to your young friend, I won't set foot outside as long as the headless horseman is running around out here.
Then just send word to the castle asking Vladdy to pick me up from here.
Oh, I wouldn't know how. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until the bounty hunter comes back with good news. Be my guest. Make yourself at home. Oh, thank you for bringing her here. I mean, really, thank you. That's not right. Oh.
You're welcome. That's... Oh, no. What is that?
Who'd have thought you can trap gnomes with scraps of bloody cloth?
A werewolf trap! Impressive!
Thanks.
You're a gnome too, aren't you?
You're a sharp one.
Wow! Bounty hunter! That's just so cool! Most of us gnomes tend to be nerdy and avoid the big wide world.
You're here too? And you're some kind of mage?
Well, not a proper one. I'm trying to help my friends. No magic involved. What about you? Did the call of adventure lure you?
Gold.
Oh,
Not my dream job, hanging around in shady inns and taking on missions from greasy characters. As soon as I've gathered enough gold together, I'm going back to the caves, and will hopefully forget most of what I've experienced.
I found my friend's scarf. Not too many other traces, though. How about you?
Some werewolf tracks, and footprints made by a heavy person coming from the direction of the cliffs.
Those must be Esther's tracks.
They disappeared in the undergrowth. No traces of a knight, a headless horseman, or any other horrors.
Perhaps they're ghosts?
Exactly what I thought. Some kind of apparition. Someone is conjuring up all these ghostly figures to try and scare us.
Then we mustn't be scared.
I'm not scared of anything. Well, maybe spiders. I can't stand them. How they sit there waiting, and then suddenly run off, and far too many legs.
Yeah, enough talk. We have to find my friends.
I have to track down a headless horseman, and I'll kill the werewolf. I haven't crossed that off my list yet. If I stumble across your friends in the process, fine. If not, so be it.
Wilbur.
What?
My name. Wilbur Weathervane. And I'm worried about Timmy and Esther. I want them back undamaged.
I'll see what I can do.
The trap can't be detected underneath the leaves. A good bit of gnome engineering, complicated and functional. More or less. You can find these stoneheads all over Avantasia. They're ancient and no one knows who made them. The woods are already spooky enough where I am, but over there it gets even more spine-chilling. I bet that the evil heart of the woods is somewhere over in that direction. If the monsters caught Timmy and Esther, then that's probably where they would have been taken. Whew. Get on with it, Wilbur. Yes, at least the werewolf seems to be there. That's good. So the woods weren't just a source of wood for the villagers, they also dug clay there. Hard to say what destroyed the kiln, and when. Could have been time, wind and rain, but it could just as easily have been animals or other things. Looks like some kind of press. If I had to guess, I'd say it was used to press clay bricks into shape. The hinge is rusted through. Forcing the press might make it break. I'd better repair it first. I wonder if the villagers dug too deep and woke up some kind of ancient evil. If so, the ancient evil must have been sleeping very close to the surface. I should be able to loosen a really nice lump of clay just with my bare hands. Yep, no problem.
Well, looky here if it isn't my knight in shining armor and accomplished guide.
It didn't take us that long to get out of the woods.
You should try it in high heels.
You don't have any silver, do you? Then I could use it to make a silver crossbow bolt to protect myself against the werewolf.
Of what interest is a werewolf in the woods to me? I want to go to the castle. That's in the other direction.
Yes, but once the werewolf is out of the way, I can take care of the headless horseman. And once he's out of the way, the mare will take us to the castle.
That's a bit complicated. I'd rather stage a clothing malfunction and convince the idiot to do anything for me that way. But that's risky. I wrote Laddie that I was a virtuous virgin.
Do you have any silver or not?
Of course I do. I have my silver jewelry. But I'm not wasting it on your shenanigans.
I think there might be a way to let the Count know that you're here.
Oh, really?
All I need is a little silver.
For what?
I'm going to send him light signals. Morse code, you know? If I had a really, really good mirror, then the moonlight would be enough for that. And as everyone knows, nothing reflects moonlight better than silver.
Of course. You're always hearing people say the silver moon and stuff like that.
That's right. I would melt the silver and vapor deposit it onto a piece of glass.
Smart boy. So how much silver do you need?
About the same amount as a silver crossbow bolt.
Well, if everything goes to plan, then I'll soon have coffers full of the stuff. Let me know when you're ready. It's important.
That wolf skin you have there, could you give it to me?
What? Get your own.
But I need it. No, actually, I need 10.
But what about me? I'm supposed to freeze just 'cause you need a fur?
If you're cold, I'd be happy to give you this nice warm wool blanket.
Thank you, but this fur is just fine.
Yes, but... This isn't just any old blanket, it's a really, really special one.
You think?
It belonged to Esther, the friendliest zombie mother you could ever imagine. I think she found it on the trash heap.
Ew, that sounds gross.
Now you mention it. Don't you think that fur looks a little You know, strange.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just, I don't know, it's not that chic.
But furs is so fluffy and warm, and I really don't care what those crazy animal protection people say.
Oh, it's not that, it's fashion. In Seastone, the ladies there use wool blankets. Lovely.
Are you kidding? Oh, I just remembered. Vladdy, in one of his letters, once described wolves as his children of the night.
Well, in that case, you really don't want to be caught with a wolf skin, do you? And it just so happens I have a really beautiful wool blanket on offer today.
Much better.
Look, a wolf skin.
You still need 9 more.
You didn't even look at it.
It was a wolf skin. You're missing 9.
This might prove useful. I can't see anything. The wolf skin is lying right in front of the hole. Got it. I've got another wolf skin for you. Different one.
Oh, fantastic! You just need 8 more.
But of course. Back in a minute.
That makes 10. So, did you gain experience while completing the quest?
Yeah, no one likes a generic collect quest.
That kills time. Isn't that the point?
Not really.
Here's your crossbow.
Ah, very nice. Now I finally got everything I need to go deeper into the woods. Wish me luck.
Oh, I do. And you'll need it.
Gulliver.
Wilbur, how can we help?
Could you maybe repair this press, Gulliver?
Nate, that's a job for you, isn't it? The boy has long overtaken his old man when it comes to repairs.
What? That's it? Wow, you're quick. They're fine. I mean, nothing must be allowed to happen to them.
They went into the woods unhurt, but those creatures were hot on their heels.
I couldn't take it if Timmy... They're fine. We just need to get them back first. I found some traces of the werewolf and of Esther, but strangely, none of the paladin.
He was there. I saw him as plain as day, just as I see you before me now.
I believe you, but he left no tracks whatsoever. There should be a lot of psychokinetic energy in the heart of the wood.
What's that?
Well, it's a kind of energy emitted by supernatural things. You can locate it using a little device with arms attached. Could you make a device like that?
A little device with arms sticking out. Not exactly a precise description. Can you get me the blueprints? Then Nate and I can try our luck.
No, I don't think so. If we can't build a PKE detector ourselves, then we're going to have to get hold of the mayor's somehow. But he doesn't want to give his up because it reliably detects supernatural beings.
What do you suggest?
I'm working on it. Right then, hold the fort.
We're here if you need us.
A perfect clay brick. An absolutely perfect impression of an iron boat. I'd better not put the impression into my pocket. It could get distorted. But I could use it here in the area if I'm very careful. I don't think that the open fire would be suitable for firing clay. It's too hot. Yeah, the water in the clay would evaporate too quickly and deform it. Touch hot coals with my bare hands. I'd need a really, really good reason to do that. Okay then, a permanent imprint of the crossbow bolt. That's the water from the clay. The block was pretty damp. The block was distorted, and, if my eyes don't deceive me, it's also shrunk by at least a third of its original size. I wonder if I could press the sand into some kind of brick. It's dry, and that might prevent it from sticking together very well. It worked! The sand has formed a pretty solid block. Just the same, I'd better leave it in the press so that it doesn't fall apart. A very good mold of the boat. I can't see any difference from the original. The goblet is almost full to the brim with silver jewellery. Didn't look much to begin with. Let's see what happens. Ah! Hot! In fact, it's hot enough to melt the silver in the goblet. This is the moment of truth. Nate, can you carefully pour the molten silver into the sand mold without burning your robot hand things? Be careful. Very, very careful. Brilliant. Well done. There was just enough silver. The mold in the sand is filled to the brim and it's starting to cool. Now we wait. Perfect! It looks exactly like the iron bolt, only this one will be able to inflict some damage on a werewolf as well. Now I finally got everything I need to go deeper into the woods. Wish me luck.
Take care, Wilbur, and shout if you need any help.
The bedsheet could make the great beginnings of a ghost costume. Ta-da! Time for a ghost performance. Whoa! 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 Oh! Ooh.
What are you doing?
I am the ghost of the wood.
Haven't we got enough real spooks around here? Do you have to dress up like one too?
I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh.
I can see your feet. And is that my bedsheet?
You haven't settled the ghost of the wood, but I will return. Ooh. I don't know how, but he recognized me. It may be because he has a lot of experience with ghostly apparitions, living in the dark woods and all. Or it may have been my feet poking out from under the sheet. If you can't undo a knot, then you can at least cut it. That's it! The only thing more useful than a bit of string and a long stick is a long stick with a bit of string attached. Fishing rods offer the best of both worlds, and one can do practically anything with them. Like, well, fishing, for example. I have a crossbow and a silver bolt. Now, let's hope it works against the werewolf. Gulliver!
Wilbur, how can we help?
I dressed up as a ghost, but even though I was totally convincing, that stupid mare recognized me right away. It was mainly my feet that gave me away.
Then let's use my head to play the ghost. Turn me into a ghost.
Here's a white sheet to start with.
And? Scary?
Sort of. I've come up with an idea on how we can get you to fly.
Really?
Yes. I don't want to go into detail, but let's just say there's something to do with this homemade fishing rod.
I see. Tie it up.
Done. What do you think, Gulliver? Is it time to give the mare a bit of a fright?
We can at least give it a go.
Oh, a flying ghost this time. Oh, very nice. Yeah. He doesn't look very scary.
But he can speak. Whoa!
Oh, yeah, nice effect. But I've already seen ventriloquists at the fun fair.
But
We'll be back. Oh! Let's get out of here.
everything usually startles him.
He didn't seem scared this time. Don't let your head drop. We'll think of something and try again.
Then we'll just have to make the costume even spookier. Gulliver, I'm just thinking if we could get our ghosts to glow using a couple of hot pieces of coal.
Or how about glowing eyes? That would be even scarier.
Great idea. Then all we need is some kind of holder for them. And we'll need to be very careful. Those coals are very hot.
Oh, right. Here, hold these. Don't lose them.
Here.
Nate, give me 2 pieces of coal. Red glowing ones from down at the bottom, if possible. And? How do I look?
That is really spooky. And also just a touch revolting.
That's how it should be.
Gulliver,
Yes?
this time we'll do it.
Let's spook! Oh, whoa! Ooh, whoa!
Wow! Oh, that looks really scary. Well done.
Aha! Then you should use your PKE and see what it says.
I don't need it. I know there's nothing supernatural at work here.
How do you know that?
Well, for one, I can see the string you're using to hold up the ball or whatever it is. And I can see you. I'm even speaking to you.
Ah, okay. I'll give you that one.
Wilbur?
But the eyes look great. And the voice is good too. How did you manage to make it sound as if it came from the ghost?
Why do I smell burning?
That voice isn't coming from me. It's coming from...
Fire! Fire! Ah! Ah! Wilbur, where are you? Ah! Ow! What the devil is going on here? Where is everyone?
What is that?
The, rubber ball has changed itself into an evil skull.
Right. Whoa! I'm an evil, terrible, demonic skull! Fear me!
But I'm not getting any sign of supernatural activity.
Oh! That's because us evil demons have learned how to haunt without being recognized.
That's not possible.
But there's more! Get the man with the PKE, the Heart of the Wood said!
No.
We shall return!
That was unexpected.
We're doomed.
No, I'll find the heart of the wood and put an end to this. Have no fear. See? See you later.
Wilbur, well, how do you think we did? From what I saw up there, he almost wet himself.
That would have made me feel even more guilty. I wish we didn't have to scare him that badly.
All for a good cause. If you can track the Heart of the Wood with the PKE and destroy it, then you'll actually be helping him. Here, catch.
If I use it in the woods, it'll show me the way to the heart of the woods.
Try it out, and good luck.
Here are your eyes.
Ah, very good. Some of my best. Esther says the left one is the most handsome one I have.
Whew. Okay. Time to hunt me a werewolf. No! Be gone, you beast! pretty easy. Everything okay?
Has she gone?
I drove it away. And I thought that I hadn't hit it.
She surprised me. I hate spiders.
Everything's fine. The danger's past. At least as long as the werewolf doesn't... Timmy? Don't!
Are you crazy? I would have got him.
That was my friend Timmy. He isn't a werewolf, he's a were-rat.
Did you know about it?
He was often ill. Always became very reclusive when that happened.
Perhaps once a month, during a full moon?
Remy never told me how Timmy's parents died. It could have been a werewolf attack.
Dangerous beasts. Nothing but anger, hate and muscle. Also fur. Your friend shouldn't have kept it a secret from you. He would have ripped you to pieces if he'd had half the chance.
Timmy was sleeping in Esther's jacket pocket when we arrived in the dark woods. He didn't know it was always night with a full moon here. And out there in the real world, it was another 2 weeks before the full moon.
Perhaps it's not his fault, but he's dangerous. If he attacks me, I'll defend myself.
I'll find a way to break the werewolf's curse. Maybe there's a library with magic books up at the castle. The sorcerer might have been interested in werewolves. Or maybe the Count knows something. He seems very fond of wolves.
Good luck with that. As far as I know, only a shot to the head with a silver bolt can break the curse.
It won't come to that. We'll look for Esther in the heart of the wood, and I'll take care of Timmy.
As long as he doesn't take care of us first.
We should continue on together and watch each other's backs.
Perhaps that isn't the worst idea. I've normally got a good sense of orientation, but in these strange woods...
No problem. I got this.
What is it?
This device can tell us how close we're getting to a source of supernatural energy.
Genius! We just have to keep to the paths where the device reacts strongest.
That's right. Our senses can be fooled, but not good old gnome technology.
Let's go. By the way, my name is Lizzie Pebblebrook. My friends call me Tin Lizzie because, well, it's quite obvious, really.
I think this thing is just leading us round in circles.
I don't believe it. Look! The heart of the woods.
Are you sure?
Pretty much, yep.
We have to be prepared for anything. Headless horsemen, paladins, witches, spiders. There could be a whole army waiting for us in there.
Ladies first? Whatever is living in the cave under the tree, it's killed off all the trees close by. Only the tree directly above the cave entrance is alive. Well, more or less. I've never seen such a gnarled, sickly tree before. Even Ivo's dad would have trouble getting that to blossom again. Well, okay then. I'll lead. Esther!
Well, 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 who have we here?
This isn't possible. The Archmage is dead. Who are you?
Yes, I'm dead, thanks to you. If you weren't so incompetent and stupid, I'd still be alive.
Enough! You're not the Archmage.
Wilbur, how can you say such a thing? I was your friend, and you didn't prevent my death.
Who are you, really?
Silence!
Archmage Alistair and Remy were my friends! I forbid you to pretend they're here!
Don't you understand, Wilbur? We relied on you and you have abused our trust. You disappointed us and you will disappoint Gulliver, Timmy and the others too. You're just a stupid little boy who makes everything worse.
Rubbish. Don't listen to him, Wilbur. No, a spider.
Yes! I will suck you dry.
Stop! I know who you are!
And
You're always whatever we're most afraid of.
I'm death, disease, loss, failure, humiliation. The monster under the bed. The creature in the cupboard.
Lizzie's afraid of spiders. Esther of the Paladin who once chopped her head off. And me? I don't want to make any mistakes and cause anything nasty to happen to my friends.
But you can't prevent it. Neither of you will leave this game alive. And then I'll get your friends one by one.
You aren't real. Arrows and bolts just fly straight through you.
Nothing can harm me. You're lost desperately.
You only have power if we give it to you, right?
No, I am real. I will kill your friend.
Yeah? Go on then.
I will sink my fangs into your skull.
No, you won't! The spider isn't real, Lizzie!
I am. Fear is real.
It can only paralyze us if we let it! Why are you backing off? Are you gonna bite her or what?
Yes. Why should I be scared of you if you can't do anything to me?
But what if I can? You can't be sure.
I'll take the risk.
You can't destroy me. I'm always here.
But we can control you. Everything okay?
Yes, I'm all right now.
Even though I spent quite a bit of time in Seastone, I don't know much about fish. I'm a child of the mountains. I'm pretty sure that this must be a dolphin, though, as it wants to play with a swimmer. A picture of a clown. Funny. A man waving at the observer in a friendly manner. He's wearing a name tag. Looks like his name is Claus. I don't get it. All sorts of small stuff and a few pieces of clothing too. Yes, this thing fed off its victims' fear. It made them ill, perhaps even drove them mad. They were no longer able to think of anything else, didn't eat, and no one in the town knew what had happened. Pretty scary, eh?
Too right. What do you think it was?
A demon? A ghost? Some headless creature that only becomes powerful when we give it power? I believe that after the sorcerer died, the people in the village were so afraid something terrible would happen that this is exactly what did happen.
And if they hadn't been so afraid, they could all still be here.
My uncle was always afraid of becoming ill. That made him ill. And if you're afraid of dying, it can make you forget how to live. You know what I mean?
You're quite the philosopher, Wilbur Weathervane.
I've just been thinking a lot how it's better to do things and maybe fail than not to do things because you're too scared to fail. Esther hasn't made a sound yet. I hope she's all right. And I hope she can walk. It'll be a long walk back if I had to carry her. Esther, how are you doing?
He's going to cut my head off, and then I won't be able to look after Gulliver and Nate anymore.
Gulliver and Nate are fine. They're both waiting for you at the campfire.
Yes, for now. But the paladin wants to chop my head off. And who'll take care of them if that happens?
There is no paladin anymore. And there never was one in the first place. It was a kind of apparition sent to scare you.
No, I definitely saw him. He is out to get my family.
Look at me, Esther. There's no one here who wants to do you any harm. The ghost has disappeared.
He has gone?
It's gone, and it won't come back as long as you don't let it.
He said that he was going to get Nate. As soon as he has chopped my head off, he was going to get my little boy.
It won't come to that. I'll explain, but not here. Let's join Nate and Gulliver by the nice warm fire, okay?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
I know 2 people who are longing to see you, Esther.
And I know someone who owes us a sack of gold.
Come on, let's go.
So, there was never a curse?
That's right. No curse, no real threat. Only fear made it become a reality.
Oh, then I'll try to be more open-minded in the future and not always assume the worst.
You can start by welcoming my zombie friends into your village.
We'll see. At least I'll talk to them.
That would be good. If my memory serves me right, you promised a sack full of gold to the person who hunted down the Headless Horseman.
Of course. And you have earned it.
We earned it. You get half of this, Lizzie.
That won't be necessary. See you around.
Oh, yes. See you later.
I think she just, never mind.
Now you know how to defend yourself against the curse. So could you please show me the way to the old Van Buren castle?
Oh, yeah, of course. You and the enchanting young lady.
And about time too.
I'd better draw myself a good map. I'm sure I'll be going back and forth between the castle and the village a few more times. My friends are here and Timmy is still somewhere in the woods.
Fine. Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. Whale. I drew my path on the map very carefully. This way, we can always return to the village if necessary.
No need. I'll only leave the castle one more time, with a few crates of gold.
What do you mean?
This place sucks, don't you think?
The castle will blossom in your presence, just like me.
Flatty!
My moonshine.
You won't believe what I've been through. I need a bath this instant.
But of course, my love. Then perhaps a light dinner, and then let's just see what the evening holds in store.
Ahem.
Are you her servant?
No,
You can be my servant. My Igor died years ago, for good this time.
Actually, I wanted to...
Wipe your shoes, or you'll have to clean everything again.
But... here we go again. The chicken coop is in pretty much the same condition as the castle. Skew whiff. And the roof leaks. The Count seems to like chickens. That's a good sign. Anyone who likes animals can't be a bad person. Neither the drawbridge nor the portcullis were able to protect Van Buren against the mages, paladins and villagers who came for him. Maybe he was no longer at the height of his power. Otherwise, a sorcerer like him should be able to defend a castle like this easily. A shallow water bowl for the chickens. Empty. Legend has it that a master builder was once hired to come up with a visually appealing way to divert water from the roofs of buildings. He thought to himself, why don't I put statues on the corners of the roof and let them get rid of water the way you, well, get rid of water? The idea with the peeing statues didn't meet much approval, and they forced him to change his design. He was very angry about the whole thing. That's why gargoyles today look like they're constantly throwing up. The Count and his young fiancée met through a newspaper ad, which means someone has to fight his way through the mountains on a regular basis. Nasty statues. I saw them from the drawbridge. They look like a mixture of a man and bat. And it's almost as if, they watch you the whole time as you approach the castle. I'd say that coach hasn't moved a metre since old Van Buren's day. Several spokes are broken. Yes, there's a small tree growing out of one of the seats. In an old building like this, falling masonry is probably an occupational hazard. Wonder if that's why the position of eagle was open. Nothing but weeds and trash everywhere you look. The Count really does need some urgent household support. Oh, fine. Lovely. How many candles must have burnt here to leave a pile of wax that big? Or are those magic candles that have been burning for decades? A small wood stove like that can't even begin to heat such a huge building. Here in the hallway, it's exactly the same temperature as outside. Ooh, scary people. I can't tell if these are relatives of the sorcerer or the Count. The only certainty is that these are some of the creepiest faces I have ever seen. But they look somehow generous. The castle really needs to be dusted. But, seeing as how it would be my job as the servant, I think I'll just keep quiet on the subject. From the outside, it looks as though the castle has at least 5 or 6 floors. And old castles often have cellars and dungeons too. Judging from the outside, I'd say at least 5 or 6. And old castles like this one often have cellars and dungeons too. A lot of work for just one Igor. The stairs don't just lead upwards, they also go down into an impenetrable blackness. Dungeons, tombs, all kinds of things that I don't want anything to do with could be down there. Hard to believe how high the ceiling is in this hall. The chandelier chains disappear into the gloom. There are some pretty strange characters here in the gallery. But this one really takes the cake. A heavy wooden chest with 7 seals. 2 of them are open.
Ah, there you are, Igor. Prepare dinner for my fiancée. And set the table with all the trimmings. We want to have a romantic meal before withdrawing.
My name's Wilbur.
My servants are all called Igor. Igor, his father Igor, his grandfather Igor, and his father too.
Whew, you certainly had a lot of servants.
That's why it's too late now to get used to a new name. I'll call you Igor. I would even give you Igor's old suit, if I had it.
What was it with Igor and his uniform?
Your predecessor, Igor, made himself at home in the cellar, Igor. He had a bed, a desk, all his belongings. I think now you're the new Igor. It is all yours.
And Igor's uniform?
It will be amongst his things. Go and have a look. But be careful. It's dark down there.
I could take a candle.
I don't think that's a very good idea. They are attracted to light.
They?
Things that live in the darkness. Igor had due respect for them, and never dared go down there with a light.
Perhaps the uniform isn't important after all. Do you know much about werewolves?
Not particularly. Us and them, we don't get on. Normal wolves, yes. They're the children of the night, and I like standing on the balcony of an evening, listening to them singing. But werewolves, poor souls that have been cursed and can feel nothing but primitive anger and hate.
Is there any way to get rid of the curse?
Of course, quite easily. You have to kill the werewolf that cursed you in the first place.
And if you don't know who it was?
Then you can only hope that a friend pumps your head full of silver.
No way! The villagers told me that the mad sorcerer Ashcroft Van Buren used to live here.
That is correct, until he was hung, drawn, and quartered. The wizards and paladins didn't do things by halves, just quarters. They took everything that was of interest or value to them. They left the rest here.
Was there a book amongst the things left behind?
The Sorcerer's Diary. Yes, I found that a few months after I moved in a secret desk drawer.
No, I mean, more of a magic book, you know, with incantations and such.
No, not that I know of.
The large chest in the hall looks like it's been there a long time. Is it yours?
Van Buren had it built, but now it belongs to me. The painting up there is of him. The chest and the painting are the only things the mages wanted to take with them, but they couldn't. Both are bound to the castle by powerful magic.
Ooh, so there must be something important in there.
I don't know. I've only been able to open 2 of the 7 seals.
Maybe that's where he kept his spellbook.
Is it valuable? The young ladies are getting ever more demanding these days, and my new line of guano skin cream for the man of the world hasn't done quite as well as I hoped.
Master, maybe I can help opening the chest for you. I'm good at that kind of thing.
If you wish, as long as it doesn't clash with your other tasks. I want to be sure my little bunny rabbit is properly pampered. Here, this Sorcerer's Diary. I was able to open the first 2 seals with the help of this.
Thank you, Master. And what may I serve you and the young Miss Kiki?
For the young lady, a rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast. That's what young ladies eat these days. Nothing for me, thank you.
Not even a little bite?
Maybe later. Until then, I'll make do with a glass of red wine.
As you wish, master. I'll go and find the chef and order the salad.
I don't have a chef. I normally order out.
But I can't cook.
How hard can it be to make a salad with vinegar and oil? Make haste, Igor!
Very well, Count Orlov, master. If you'll excuse me, master, work calls.
Make haste! My little honey bunny has gone upstairs to take a bath and could come back down at any minute.
What is upstairs?
Nothing of interest to you. Your place is down here. And tomorrow I'll show you the cellar and the crypt.
I can hardly wait.
Let's talk more work, Igor.
I find it odd that Count Orlov bought a castle in the dark woods. Most old people love the heat and the sun. There's not a lot of either here. Maybe burns easily. This is the table I'm supposed to serve dinner on, with all the trimmings. A few days ago I was a professor of magic in a magic school, and now I'm Igor for a count in the middle of nowhere. What's this cord for?
You can make various bells in the castle ring by pulling it.
But there's only one cord.
Who needs more?
Igor pitched camp down there in the cellar, and because of them, he never took a light down there with him. Matches, scented candles, barbecue sauce without garlic, shopping list. And this? Eastwards till you reach the dead beetles, then north until it echoes. Further to the west to the broken water pipe, and then directly north to where the odorless gas is. Now eastwards to the creaking board, then follow the corridor northwards. An orientation aid from old Igor. I'll take that. Hey! The letters are glowing. Igor thought it through and wrote it in magic ink. It's cold here. I wonder why Igor set up camp here, of all places. There's nothing else in the cellar except for junk and... them. It would appear the Count doesn't pay very well. Apart from the bed, this cupboard and what's in it, Igor doesn't seem to have owned very much. That's it! My very own Igor uniform! The worms cannot comprehend my genius. That is why they say I'm insane. Rutherford does not trust us. He will deceive us, I know. He will be the first to die once we have the power of the Nameless One. Who is Rutherford? Here is a drawing of the various seals. There's something written next to each seal. The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened. Maybe the Count cut his finger peeling potatoes and then he touched the seal. The third seal will only open when the word open is spoken in Ratish. The fifth seal can only be opened by the breath of death. Death breath. Only one of worthy heart can open the seventh and final seal. The sixth seal is opened by the invisible key that is visible to all. Only those who feel insatiable hunger can open the fourth seal. The fourth seal is already open. No idea how the Count managed that one. He never eats anything. Only the hand of the truly greatest sorcerer of all time can open this seal. 2 seals are already open. 5 are still closed. The note should help me. Incense? Not something I really expected to find in a place this old. On the other hand, maybe the Count also noticed that it sometimes smells a little mouldy and musty in here. Cutlery. Are these just decorative plates, or can they be used? Nate once ate fried potatoes off of the Queen's face in Elfborough. Ivo's mother was not amused.
Igor, be more careful.
I didn't do anything. The plate just flew off the wall.
I've lived here for 10 years. Castle Orlofstein has never been haunted.
Weird. Am I nuts, or are those paintings different from before? The Count probably got tired of always having to clean the mirror. Very old mirror. Except for a few dull spots, it's in good nick. That should do. So, looking good, even if I do say so myself. Ooh, the space here isn't just brighter and friendlier than the entrance hall. All the candles make it a lot warmer too. The table's set. Now all that's missing is the rocket salad with the oil and vinegar and chicken breast. Huh. Just a single sealed scroll. To Count Vladimir Orlov, the Dark Woods. Oh, hey! The seal bears the sea stone coat of arms. Stone's fairly flat. Maybe some sort of roof tile. Yeah! Big white maggots. Okay, if we must. Ew. Time to make myself useful as the new servant. On the other hand, I'm not the world's best gardener and should probably leave well alone. They've no use for an empty bowl.
Wilbur!
I knew I could find the way back from the castle. And I almost didn't fall into 2 crevices. Or the same one twice.
Well done.
Esther?
Yes?
I have these thick, slimy white maggots here.
Ah, I know those things. Had one of them stuck in my left nostril for 2 whole days when my head was chopped off.
I thought maybe you could fry them.
Is there something wrong with my sausages?
No, I just need light-coloured meat for a salad.
As long as I don't have to eat them. Give them here. That was the last one.
Ooh, those don't look too bad at all. Thank you. That took it out of them, didn't it?
Yes, they have to recharge their batteries. You should have a bit of a rest too, Wilbur. You must be exhausted. Do you want me to make you something to eat?
Oh, something to eat would be great. I've been hungry since we got here.
Then I'll make you a sausage. These are Timmy's favourite sausages. I wanted to surprise him with them tonight.
I will help him, Esther, I promise.
I know. Just be careful with the little fella.
As long as he's careful with me.
Ready. Careful. Hot.
Ow! Ooh! Ah! Thanks. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
It's sad when you think that none of these things can ever be used by their owners again. Who knows who this flute used to belong to? I'm sure he or she would have loved to have played it for many years more. Maybe I can give it a new purpose. I wonder whether the fear drank the wine. Or was it the last sip of some unfortunate soul here? Ugh! The wine must have been here quite a while. It's gone really sour. That would be the perfect house for Esther, Gulliver and Nate. The three would bring life back to the village. Or, something along those lines anyway. Mr. Whale looks less anxious and stressed, even with the big task ahead of him, filling the village with life again. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane.
Do you know how to say open in Ratish?
Oh, well, I could let you know what "are you trying to take the piss" is in the language of the Dark Woods.
I was only asking. And? How's life without fear?
Oh, it feels good. I finally got time to recruit new inhabitants for the village.
Glad to hear it.
I thought about putting an ad in the paper. Somberville, deserted village in cursed region, seeks citizens to occupy houses of previously abducted and murdered villagers. How does that sound?
I don't know. My friends up at the campfire could move into one of the houses. They're very nice, and Gulliver and Nate are skilled craftsmen. They could get the village back into shape in no time.
I don't think that we want their type here.
But that's unfair. Just imagine that you're a family man and have never done anything wrong in your entire life. You and your wife have always worked hard, you have a great son, and then you come to a village that's urgently looking for residents.
Yes, but they're zombies.
So what? Imagine a zombie village that doesn't want you and your wife and child because you're different. What would you think of people like that, huh?
Well, you can't really... Well, I suppose I could talk to your friends.
You do that. Do you by any chance sell lettuce?
No, this is an adventure shop. Adventurers don't eat salad. They go into the woods and slay wild boar.
Then you probably don't have any chicken breast fillets either, do you?
No.
And salad dressing? Oil? Vinegar?
Again, no. Well, actually, I do have oil. Some warriors like rubbing it into their muscles to make them glisten in the sun.
Then I'll have that then.
Oh, I'll even give it to you for free if you promise not to rub it on yourself in front of me.
Thanks. I think I'll be going now.
Oh, how's Miss Kiki? Has she sunk her claws in the count yet?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, come on, Wilbur. A hottie like Miss Kiki? She's just a gold digger. The Count will need to watch his back.
But they love one another. They met through a newspaper ad, and it's not very nice to think that of other people, Mr. Whale. Tut tut. Hello? Must have been mistaken. Hello? Hello? Oh, who's there? Huh? Huh? Master Alistair? Are you all right, Archmage? Has Ivo changed you back? And why? Why don't you come here? You could open a portal. A ghost over some kind of drawing? I don't understand, Archmage. What does that mean? Archmage? Master Alistair? He's gone. That's more than weird. Why is Master Alistair trying to contact me through the mirror? And it looked almost as if he didn't have the strength to stay. Of course, he's still transformed, so he can't use his magic properly. A ghost over a symbol. Maybe I'm supposed to summon him. I'm pretty sure this is something similar to Rocket. Oil is oil. The only thing missing now is vinegar. The wine, so sour, it could make a good substitute for vinegar. Vinegar and oil. Why do people always say the cooking isn't as easy as it looks? Excellent meat, and it even almost looks like chicken. Rocket salad with chicken breast and oil and vinegar a la Wilbur. The first and hopefully last meal I will ever prepare in this castle. Count?
Yes, Igor?
Your table awaits, Master. Is that to your satisfaction?
Yes, delightful.
Thank you, Master. Master, this scroll was in the postbox.
From Seastone. Archmage murdered. Wanted, blah, blah. Nothing of any importance.
Are you sure?
I'm not interested in politics. Kings and archmages come and go.
Yes, you're right. No reason to burden yourself with such things. There's a picture of the Archmage and me on the cover. Even if the Count isn't interested in politics, he's not likely to let a wanted murderer work for him. He would hand me over to the Van Burens if he noticed. Luckily, the scroll rolled itself back up. Otherwise, the Count may have spotted that his new Igor is wanted for murder. Count?
Yes, Igor?
I have prepared the, salad for the young lady.
Rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast?
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. Pull the cord, Igor. Let my little bunny rabbit know it's time to eat.
Count?
Yes, Igor?
I need to know how to say open in Ratish.
I can't help you with that. I only speak Battish, not Ratish.
Oh, cool. Say something in Battish. I can't hear anything.
But the bats out there in the hall are doubled over with laughter, believe me.
I must get back to work.
You certainly must. You're quite chatty for an Igor.
An old axe. The shaft and part of the head are weathered, but the blade is still reasonably sharp. According to the Count, this cord can be used to ring different bells throughout the castle. How can I make sure that the bell in Miss Kiki's room rings?
It depends on how hard you pull it. Pull a bit harder than middle strength to start with, and then about a third less at the end.
Okay.
No, middle strength to start with, then a bit less at the end. No, that was the stables. Why don't you just do what I tell you? There you go. I don't need you anymore today, Igor. I will be spending the rest of the evening and the night with my fiancée.
Very well, Master.
Psst! Hey, Shorty!
Oh, hello, Miss Kiki.
What's with this place? Where's the gold?
Gold?
Yeah, jewelry, precious stones, that sort of thing. I ain't found none.
Maybe the Count isn't that rich.
A count living in a big castle? Course he's rich. The only question is, where is he hiding it? Hey, what's that?
I wanted to talk to you about that. It's sealed by 7, seals. Maybe you could open one of them.
Ooh, what do you think's in it?
What could a chest like this hold? A treasure, of course.
You have to learn to lie better, and quickly. But the fact that you are trying tells me there must be something valuable in it.
I don't know, but it must be important.
Well, if it's important to someone, it'll also be valuable. And you want to steal it?
Well, steal...
Count me in. As future countess, it practically belongs to me anyways. What do I have to do?
Come with me. Just open that seal over there.
Why don't you do it?
I can't. It has to be opened by someone very special.
Ah, I understand. You need a woman's touch.
Something like that.
Well, that was simple. That it?
That's it. Interesting to know that you could do it.
Tell me when you got that thing open, and don't even think about simply disappearing with my stuff.
Very well, Miss Kiki.
Now, I'll go humor the old fart. I'm sure with a little persuasion, I'll be able to find out where he stashed the rest of his treasure.
This was the first seal, or the third, depending on how you count them. Van Buren is pointing at a key. Is he trying to mock me? Could that be the invisible key that is visible to all? Only, where is it? Ha! That's just a picture. How am I supposed... Or is it? That's a pretty neat trick. The Count has opened the first two seals using the instructions in the diary. That leaves 5. This seal is opened by an invisible key that is visible to all. What could that be? That was easy. So, that's over half the seals open. The Archmage can do all kinds of tricks. Maybe he can separate his spirit from his body. I guess I'm supposed to summon him as a ghost. Maybe he's too weak to appear any other way. Summoning a ghost. This shouldn't be all that difficult. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
Someone like you knows all about summoning ghosts, right?
What do you mean, someone like me?
Well, an expert on the occult, like yourself.
Oh, well, I actually do know a bit more about it than just how to keep the beasts at bay. I mean, I've certainly never tried to invoke a ghost. Why should I? But it is, in principle, very easy. Now, you draw a circle on the ground with chalk and a triangle outside the circle. You place a bowl of blood in the triangle. You also have to light some frankincense. Then you have to draw the symbol of the ghost you'd like to invoke on the ground while reciting a secret invocation.
How does it go?
Come over here. Ghosts have good ears. The secret plans, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Okay, and that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All good so far. I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Here at the edge are pieces of charcoal. I wonder whether I can use it as a substitute for chalk during the summoning. I'm sure you can draw with it. At least my fingers are black with the stuff. And I can't really imagine Archmage Alistair caring about whether he's summoned using white chalk or black charcoal. You can't be picky with that sort of thing.
How is your salad, my Aurora?
Real good, darling. It's not easy to get chicken to taste a chicken. My compliments to the chef.
We're all just doing our best to make you feel at home, precious.
Whew, looks like I got away with it. It's not frankincense, but these incense sticks will create some atmosphere. I think it's safe to take a closer look at the letter now. The Count's distracted. Wanted for the murder of Archmage Alistair, the scurvy, dangerous, armed and stinky fiend Wilbur Weathervane. The Honourable Council Leader Van Buren has posted a reward of the villain's weight in gold, naked, before breakfast, for the apprehension of the offender. It's followed by a detailed description of me. Not like it was even necessary. This picture of me next to the Archmage is razor sharp. The amount of detail the engravers carved into the printing plates is amazing. I wonder if Lizzie will turn me in if she learns of the pile of gold. The Count's distracted. This is my chance. Theoretically, I need blood, but maybe this thick red wine will do the trick. In the picture of the Archmage and me, you can see the smallest detail. You can even see the big red pimple I had on my nose that day. A lovely glass with a thick bottom. Glasses made of perfect transparent glass like this are very rare and expensive. I could use the glass as a magnifying glass to see more details. Yes, it works! The little label at the back says I'm only supposed to wash my professor's robe by hand in cool water. Whoever did this engraving really had an eye for detail. That's the first step. I still can't believe that this smell is important for summoning a ghost, but what the heck? Atmosphere. Pure atmosphere. Right then. To summon the Archmage, I have to draw his symbol on the floor while reciting the spell. Unfortunately, I don't know the right symbol. Right then, to summon the Archmage, I have to draw his symbol on the floor while reciting the spell. Unfortunately, I don't know the right symbol. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
About summoning that ghost.
Yes?
I'm supposed to draw the ghost symbol on the floor, but what is Archmage Alistair's symbol?
No idea. Some kind of symbol that represents him. A family crest or a seal.
He has a coat of arms. It's on his amulet. But, I just can't remember what it looks like. All good so far. I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
There really is a lot of detail in the picture of the Archmage and me. If it weren't so tiny, you could probably even recognize the Archmage's family crest on his amulet thing. I think it's, oh, no, it's just too small. I could use the glass as a magnifying glass to see more details. Yes, it works. There's the Archmage's neck, and there's his thing with the family crest. It shows two serpents in a kind of knot, biting their own tails. Would have been easier if the Archmage's symbol were a stick figure or a cross. That would have been easier to draw than two knotted snakes. Hey, ghost! Drag your translucent butt here now. Got the stuff? The power of coal compels you. Those were exactly the ancient words that Mr. Whale whispered in my ear. Just doesn't seem to... Yes! Archmage Alistair! Thank the coal!
Wilbur, I'm happy to see you too. But I don't have much time and there is much to say.
I did everything wrong, Archmage. I built the golem and I let Remy down and I brought Timmy here and...
You have done nothing wrong, Wilbur.
Yes, I have. I wanted to help and I let myself be fooled and that's why you were transformed. And then I didn't do anything instead and that was wrong too. Remy is dead, Archmage.
He is not. At least I don't believe he is.
Yes, he is. He died in my hands.
No, you were tricked again. This book you are searching for, it contains no information about how to destroy the wand.
But if the book doesn't describe how to destroy the magic wand, then what does it contain?
It does contain powerful spells. However, the person who sent you here has no intentions of destroying the wand. He wants to use its power for his own ends.
Monkus!
Exactly.
Why does Monkus want this book? What's he up to?
The Kitab al-Azif was written by a mad mystic called Al-Hazred. It is a book about demonic cosmology and contains magic spells with which one can summon mighty beings.
Including the Nameless One?
I don't think that Monkus wants to set the Nameless One free. Even he isn't mad enough to do that. He wants to open a window into the dungeon dimension in order to siphon the Nameless One's powers.
Sounds dangerous.
It's impossible. Any weakness in the structure of the dungeon dimension would be instantly used by the Nameless One to escape his prison. He is incredibly powerful, and he is dreadful, Wilbur.
If the book is so dangerous, we should destroy it. Or we could just leave it in the chest. It's already been there for decades.
Powerful objects have a tendency to be found. You have to destroy the book. Monkus must not get hold of it.
Why did Monkus send me? And where is he?
That's worrying me, too. He won't be sitting around idle awaiting your return, that's for sure. He'll have a plan.
At least he doesn't know we're on to him. He believes I'm bringing the book back to Seastone to use it to destroy the wand.
Yes, the magic wand. The book alone will not be sufficient to open a window into the dungeon dimension. It will take a complicated mechanism using black magic and an incredible magic force to penetrate the dungeon of the Nameless One.
The mechanism of which you speak? There's one like that in the temple under Seastone.
Yes, Ivo told me about it. Was under my nose for all those years and I never noticed.
Monkus doesn't have the book yet, and I can't imagine the Van Burens working with him either. Without them, the wand is useless.
Those are the only trump cards we hold. He needs the book and the wand. And while he is chasing after those, we will destroy the machine.
Open the chest and get the book to safety. Easier said than done. Do you know what the breath of death could be referring to?
I think I know.
How did you do that?
I don't just look like a ghost, Wilbur. I am one.
What do you mean?
I am dead.
No! You're not dead. You're the Archmage. You were transformed, and Ivo wanted to change you back.
And she managed that. But then I had to go, Wilbur. I am so weak that you had to help me to appear here.
But how are we supposed to, without you?
So far, you've managed pretty well without me, my friend.
Did you know that Tim is a were-rat?
Yes. Remy came to me after Timmy's parents were killed by a werewolf. Timmy's injuries weren't bad, but I knew that he would change at the next full moon.
Did you look for the werewolf who did this to him? I mean, if you kill the werewolf, Timmy is healed, isn't he?
Imagine that Timmy made someone else into a werewolf while he was transformed. Would you want that person to come and kill Timmy in order to release Timmy's curse from them?
I never thought of it that way.
The curse of the werewolf is an illness that one has to learn to control. It is hard, and Remy and I didn't want to place this burden on little Timmy up to now. We just let him change and let off a little bit of steam. But if he has now changed uncontrollably, you will have to teach him how he can manage the curse, Wilbur.
You can control the werewolf curse? How?
When he is a were-rat, Timmy is possessed by bad feelings. Anger, aggression, hate. They're like a shield surrounding him. And underneath it's still the same old Timmy.
Ah, the first time we ran into each other in the woods, he didn't attack me right away. He hesitated.
Something in the monster recognized you, and that something is the tiny piece that still remains of Timmy. A candle in a hurricane.
How can I get through to him?
Timmy's primitive feelings have taken control. If you want to reach him, you'll only get through to him on that level. A smell, a voice, a tune. Simple things, little things, which could cut through the storm to reach Timmy.
And once he starts listening to me?
Then tell him not to give in to the anger and hate, that he shouldn't let himself be ruled by bad feelings anymore. He must think. It will be a difficult task, but if anyone can reach him and get him back, then it's a friend like you.
I'm supposed to stop the apocalypse and fight a powerful sorcerer while the country's in chaos. How am I supposed to do all that? I'm not a mage anymore.
That's exactly the point. No one can do all these things on their own. But you and Ivo, the rats, the inhabitants of Seastone, together you stand a chance.
Don't wait for a messiah who is going to wave his magic wand and make everything okay again. Do it yourselves.
But the people all want something else, and lots of them only think of themselves.
That's why role models are required. Do what you think is right, and others will follow you. I've always valued you for your tenacity and your friendliness. You are never cruel nor cowardly. You never give up and never give in. Onwards, Wilbur Weathervane, with friendliness and courage in your heart, and lead others by good example. And perhaps carry a flag or something like that, so that people further back can see you.
Hey! Mean!
My time in this world is over, Wilbur.
Will you come and visit me as a ghost sometimes and give me some good advice?
No, my friend. You know everything that you need to know.
But don't go.
If you want to honor my memory, then lead your life in line with all that I've taught you. And don't leave cupboard doors open. Farewell, Wilbur Weathervane.
Esther?
Yes?
Do you know the tune that Timmy likes to whistle?
Yes. His mother used to hum that tune to him when he couldn't sleep. I did the same whenever he had nightmares.
How does it go?
La 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 la. Like that.
See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
I wonder if Lizzie took a werewolf trap with her, or is it still there under the leaves? If the trap is still there, it might help me catch Timmy. It would be a great way to immobilize Timmy without hurting him. If there's still even just a little Timmy in the were-rat, this will do the trick. Timmy loves bratwurst. Oh no! He jumped right over it. Easy, Timmy. Ouch! I knew you were in there, Timmy. A were-rat would never have been interested in sausages. That's all you. Fight it. Archmage Alistair said we could probably get through to Timmy with a tune. It's worth a try. That's it! Remember, Timmy? Your mother used to sing this tune to you when you couldn't fall asleep. Remember! Concentrate! Think about the good and friendly things, not the hate. You're not a monster, you're a little rat and you're loved.
I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about. Nothing happened.
I didn't want any of this to happen, did I? Did I hurt anyone?
No! I think you make a pretty bad werewolf rat.
Hey!
I think I know where the sorcerer hid the book. But to get to it, I have to know how to say open in Ratish.
Open.
Exactly, but in Ratish.
Open. Have you never noticed that we talk to each other?
You mean Ratish is exactly the same as our language?
No, your language is like ours. Rats and big people have lived side by side for so long. You've picked up the odd thing or two.
Amazing! The magic word is open. Hey, I know Ratish. I found this. You must have lost it.
Oh, my neckerchief.
Now that's the Timmy de Dumas I know. Munkus tricked me for the second time, Timmy. He disguised himself as your uncle in the cave and then sent me here.
Then perhaps Uncle Remy is still alive.
Maybe he is.
I'm sure he is. Uncle Remy can't be beaten that easily. We have to look for him.
You can bet on that, but I need to find the book first.
But if Munkus wants the book, then it must be evil.
In the wrong hands, it could mean the end of the world. We have to find it.
And then we'll look for Uncle Remy.
Deal. Why didn't you tell me about the curse earlier?
I didn't know how, and I was worried you'd be scared of me. Most people are scared of werewolves, and for good reason. We can't control ourselves, you know. We don't realise when we do evil.
Yes, but the Archmage Alistair said you can learn to control the curse.
The Archmage? Is he all right?
Let's talk some more about that tomorrow. I think you've had enough adventures for one day. Let's get back to the others. You must be dead tired.
Can I hide under your hat again? The moon is so bright.
Of course, for as long as you want. Esther,
Yes?
look who I have here.
Timmy, is he all right?
Just completely exhausted.
Give him to me. He can rest in my pocket.
Esther, can I have another sausage?
But of course, my darling. You did well, Wilbur Weathervane.
Ah, cheers. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Ahem! Open! Now there's only one seal between me and the Mad Sorcerer's spellbook. The truly greatest mage of all time. Who could that have been for an egomaniac like Ashcroft Van Buren? Archmage Alistair? Or, of course, he means himself. Which presents a problem. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane.
After the sorcerer was chopped up, where did you bury his bits?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Not all in one grave.
Oh no! It was feared that his brother or someone else could try to bring him back to life. So his remains were spread nice and neatly across several graves over the land, and none of them carries his name.
He's part of the sorcerer buried in the cemetery?
I'm not at liberty to say. We swore never to say a word about which grave his left hand is buried in and which holds his right leg. Oh!
Oh, come on, just say it. Which grave's he buried in?
My lips are sealed.
I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
The sorcerer must be buried around here somewhere. They always seem to be family graves. And if you want to save space, it says Lugosi on this gravestone. They always seem to be family graves. And if you want to save space, this is the Lee family grave. This cross bears the name Cheney. This is the Karloff family gravestone. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane.
About the graves in the cemetery.
Yes?
One of the gravestones bears the name Lugosi. What can you tell me about them?
Oh, the Lugosis were the dentists.
Somberville had its own dentists.
Oh, the village was voted prettiest smile in the backwoods 3 years in a row. Yeah. Unfortunately, old Lugosi went a bit soft in the head. He rambled on about little green men and the plan he had to foil. Number 9, I think. Yeah. Dental hygiene in the village took a nosedive from then on. Oh, dear.
What can you tell me about the Cheney family?
Well, the elder Cheney was a travelling actor in his youth. Oh, the only one of us to ever leave the village for any length of time. He must have been really successful. They called him the Man of 1,000 Faces. Later, he retired here in the village. But his son inherited the theatre bug, left before disaster struck. Probably saved his life, yeah.
One of the big graves has the name Karloff on it.
Large family. The young Karloff was a giant of a man, strong as an ox, but of a friendly nature. When the terror came from the woods, he was caught by a mummy. Well, like most of the others that disappeared in the woods, we couldn't bury him. Only his ancestors are buried in the grave in the cemetery.
The Lee family, were they a long-established family in the village?
Who? Oh, right, the Lees. Yes, oh, they were. Yes, it's very long established. Yeah.
So, what can you tell me about them?
Well, there was Shield Hand Lee. He was a smith, and his wife Fire. Yeah, Fire Anna. She was very hot.
Uh-huh. I think I know what I need to know. I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Mayor Whale didn't have anything believable to say about the Lee family, almost as if they weren't from the village. I'm pretty sure in there's a Van Buren, not a Lee. Mayor Whale didn't have anything believable. An old axe. The shaft and part of the head are weathered, but the blade is still reasonably sharp. Esther?
Yes?
I think the book is in a large chest in the castle. A chest sealed with 7 seals.
Can I help?
I, need a hand.
Yes?
From a grave.
Of course, from a grave. Chopping someone's hand off while they're alive wouldn't be very polite, would it?
It must be a certain hand from the Sorcerer Van Buren. He's buried in the Lee family grave.
Okay. Do you just need the hand? Or is there anything else I can get you?
Just the hand, please.
Well, I'll get going straight away. While I'm about it, I might as well see whether I can find a new left kidney.
You're not upset if I don't join you, are you?
No, no problem. Come by later and I'll hand you the hand. Right?
Thank you. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye. Wilbur, I've got the hand.
That was quick.
Not the first time that I've done a bit of late-night shopping.
And you're sure it's Van Buren's hand?
Pretty sure. There are at least indications that it is the hand of a sorcerer.
What indications? Ah!
It's not very well-mannered.
You know what? I think you might be right. Fine then. Come on. Come on. Did it. Maybe it's looking for the right hand, wherever that may be. That was the last seal. Ha. That's it! This isn't the right place to read a book like this. I'll go and join my friends by the bright, warm fire.
So that's your plan, then? Pretty risky.
I know, but even if I destroy the book, Monkus will find another copy sooner or later. We have to destroy the machine in the temple and the wand if we ever want to be truly safe. And we're going to use this as bait. I'm not very good at goodbyes.
Let's say, until we meet again, not goodbye. Take care of yourself.
I'll do my best.
Look after yourself, and look after Timmy.
I will. I think it's a good plan, and we have enough time to train for it. Timmy and I will...
Wilbur!
Surprise!
Monkus! I'm going to...
Stay where you are and do nothing. Or do you want something bad to happen to these two?
Ivo! Critter!
Wilbur, you have to stop him!
Let Ivo and Critter go right now, or...
Or you have nothing to threaten me with, Weathervane. The Fireball and the Fatty put up a worthy fight, but they ultimately had no chance against my power, just like you.
Chantal, show this toad what your wand can do.
It doesn't work!
As the little angel soon realized when I sent her mother to the realm of dreams. Why do you think I didn't go to the dark woods to get the book myself? I had more important things to do. Did you know there were 3 Van Buren brothers? One created that remarkable wand over there, the most powerful one there is. The second created the book that explains how one can use it to open gates between the worlds. But the third brother, the cleverest of all, didn't trust his power-hungry siblings. He created a ring that protected him from his brother's magic, and it's still serving well today.
You can't actually be crazy enough to want to bring the Nameless One back to this world.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Just a little bit of his power. Just enough to rule the world.
Didn't the Van Buren brothers have the same plan? One died down here and the other went insane. What does that tell you?
That they weren't as clever as they thought. Not as clever as me.
You can't control that kind of power. You'll plunge all of Avantasia into darkness.
I will rebuild it. Make it better than it was before, and I will be feared because I have the power of the Nameless One at my disposal. Mother would have been so proud.
Then I went and got this book for nothing.
Oh, no. You've done my cause a great favor in doing so, Wilbur. I knew you would get hold of that book with the right kind of motivation. The resistance needs a leader, and I know of no greater fighter for good than you. Sound familiar?
You rotten little monster!
Why, thank you. The book! Put it on the lectern!
Not a chance!
Ha! We both know you'll do anything to save your friends.
No, Wilbur, don't do it! Ah!
Babalu.
Don't!
The book! Now!
Wilbur!
And that's why evil will always triumph in the end. You goodies are too compassionate. You, step back. You, start reading.
I can't read very well yet.
Well, just try, sweetheart.
Nocturus maximalis aeternalis.
You have to stop him, Wilbur, at any cost.
I know. I have a plan.
Dox negus paratlatus groklag.
The mirror is still reflecting a focused beam of moonlight onto the floor, just as I thought it would. Tell me, Monkus, what did you really do with Remy?
The ghost had injured him. Giving him a little magical nudge over the edge of the abyss was easy after that. Why do you ask? Did you want to give him his hat back?
No, I just thought Timmy should hear it from you. Doesn't that make you angry, Timmy? Give me that book! Ah! Oof!
No!
Was that it? That was your plan? You wanted to defeat a sorcerer with brute force? You keep reading.
Yeah, Nunk?
Well, what else can you do if you can't do magic?
Apparuro.
No! No! Impossible! No! Ah! The flap opening spell? You've tricked me with a child's spell?
I knew I had to distract you from Chantal and the machine for a while, and besides, it worked.
How did that spell get in the book?
I know a little something about bookbinding, doesn't everybody?
I will! Ah!
Well, at least I can't make my situation much worse than it is.
Ah! Mr. Gnome is trying to cheat his way out of a dangerous situation again, is he?
It's worked pretty well so far. Hoses, cables, vials, mystical symbols. Only the truly deranged could ever come up with something like this. A pressure hose. Warm, thick-walled, rigid and attached to the machine by a sleeve. I can't get it. The sleeve is stuck.
Let go, Gnome!
You can see the brothers were constantly fiddling around with the machine. A lot of it looks pretty temporary. These two pipes are held together by nothing but a clamp.
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
It looks like the Van Burens were versed in more than just alchemy and the dark arts. Why did they have to use their talents to build such a vile machine? A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads into the machine. Maybe some kind of exhaust? Presumably you can use that to set the machine. It must be tricky to open a gate to another dimension and come out at the right place. Got it.
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
Whoa! know how much further down it is. All I know is the impact isn't going to be much fun.
Need a lift by any chance?
Ivo!
Ah, the saviour of the worlds.
But it's not really saved, is it?
No. But we have given it a second chance.
We've paid a high price. Alistair is gone. We can't find Remy anywhere, and Captain Nate...
Yes, a high price indeed.
Alistair said one best honours the dead by living your own life the way they would have wanted you to.
Perhaps we're already doing that. You're looking after Timmy, and since Nate's gone, Critter hardly leaves my side.
At least now I know I don't have to be a mage to make a difference.
I never thought you were a particularly fantastic mage anyway.
Hey!
But why should you have to be a mage? You're inventive, you're tenacious, you don't need magic.
Archmage Alistair said that when you cooperate and remain persistent, you can accomplish more than any individual ever could. Even more than he can.
Perhaps that's your task, to bring people together and lead by good example.
I could at least give it a try.
Ow.
Oh, everything all right?
It was just a little pirate in here. He's a fighter, just like his father.
We'll think of something. After all, we saved the Archmage.
That was completely different.
You mean there's no hope at all? None?
There is always hope.
need a hand?